for our phenomenal, it's hard to step into her shoes. Let me tell you guys, our phenomenal chief sales officer, Phyllis Nash. But I want you to know I'm excited to be here. I'm Dr. Roz, VP of Communication, and a proud Emerald here at Wakana on my way to Diamond. And I'll tell you, I'm excited because there's something to be excited about. We had just a wonderful weekend, and you heard our CEO talking about it to some degree, and I'm going to kind of touch on that a little bit. But before I do that, I'm going to ask Miss Doris Mosley, who is our VP of our hair division. Let me tell you something, guys. You all are missing out on those Monday calls when you don't get in on that, or at least get the video that's posted afterwards. Because this lady is a wealth of knowledge. Not only is she our VP of hair division, but she is a trichologist. Now that's more than just a cosmetologist, in case you didn't know. That means she's got some knowledge that people, even the cosmetologist, your beautician, needs to know about. And she had an event on Sunday in Los Angeles that she's about to take across the country. Miss Doris, are you there?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes, ma'am.
Well, it is 6 o'clock here in Los Angeles, and great morning to each and every one of you that are on this call this morning. And yes, on Sunday, we had this is our second one, a healing hair day at one of my business partners' uh, bookstore and health food store. We we were so excited because people came out to hear to see what is going on with Wakanda and with this hair loss epidemic. And so what I did, I shared with them about hair loss and hair restoration, shared with them the product that has been tested, tried, and proven to be a working product. Not that, and I always tell people, it's not that it may work on everybody, but I know for sure it has worked for me and several other people who have sent me in there before and afters who have called me and talked about the product. So that's what we did, and I also used the trichoscope and I analyzed the scalp and the hair, showed them on the screen what was happening with their scalp. See, healthy hair begins with a healthy scalp. So they got a chance to see their scalp. They got a chance to see the distance between their strands of hair to let them know they are on the losing side. See, most people don't know how much they're losing until they're already 51% in the loss area, and that's not good. So Wakanda has really gotten to the root of the problem. And I also told them that if they purchase the product, please allow the product to work for them for 6 months without crossing it with any other product because I'd rather them not even purchase the product if they're going to continue to use all the other stuff that they have on the shelf or in the cabinet. So the people purchase product, they enjoy the refreshments, and we just had a great time. And so from there, after having two healing hair days, I've decided and I'm going to get all of this finalized. But if you would like to become a person of knowledge about hair loss and hair restoration, I'm not qualified to certify you as a trichologist. But if you are on this line as a guest, you can be certified through Wakana. And so, but you can get the knowledge that it takes. You don't have to be a cosmetologist to get this knowledge. So I'm working on a program, Dr. Roz, that will absolutely take it across the country because we want this to become a movement. Hair loss right now is at an all-time epidemic, and there's no sense in us ignoring that, covering up. We don't want to do that. We want to bring our hair back. We want to be able to have any other hair as an option, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that you don't want it to be your sole support of you wearing hair that really did not belong to you other than by purchasing it. Uh, we want to bring your healthy hair back. And if the follicle is still there, there's a great chance that it will return. Mine did through our hemp powered hair, through our SOS system. And I would like to invite people who are serious about this. If Avon can do it, Herbalife can do it. We can do it also by having healing hair days, and you will be trained to give the proper information. I work very closely with the dermatologist, and I make sure that what is happening is what is happening. What I see on the screen, I'll be able to tell you. What I see, I will be able to train you to do the same thing. But we can work on all the logistics of it and make sure that you are equipped if you are interested in doing the same thing. We now open it up for house parties, so that people were excited to know that they can have the house parties, and they also can become a Wakanapreneur. I was like, yes, you can become a distributor. They were excited about that. So one lady was so excited. She said, Doris, I have to give you something because we don't charge for those. They buy product. That's where we end up, making our ends meet. And she said, no, I got to give you something. She said, the information that you share with us today and the testing of our scalps, I'm going to give you something. So she gave me $50. I was like, well, thank you. And from that, I got a radio interview yesterday. I was on a internet radio, and the gentleman that handles the radio allowed me to talk about Wakana. They will allow me to talk about the Healing Hair Days. So you guys, we're on to something great. Become a part of it so you can take your city over. We're going to take this thing over. Dr. Roz is on, and as the kids say, popping.
Thank you, Miss Doris. Listen, what does that tell you guys? It tells you where we're going. Now, don't overwhelm her and hit her up because this is a work in progress. It just lets you know where we're going to be in 2023. Come on now, and that's why what we did and what we had all over the country with the Super Saturday was so powerful. And somebody said, "Thank you for the video." For those that were not able to attend, were not able to participate in your local areas. Yes, the videos are out there, but let me just talk a little bit about the Super Saturday because there was so much good information that was shared. Yes, the recording is on Facebook page, and let me suggest to you that you push through in listening to it. As I was editing it, I realized sometimes they stepped away from the mic, so it wasn't coming out crystal clear. But just keep listening. Keep listening. You're going to keep listening and you're going to run into those parts where are just dead on and they're crystal clear, depending on where they were standing. But let me tell you something. It opened up with Minister Mooney. He facilitated this thing so excellently. Oh my God. He was on top of everything. And he opened up with the overview, along with Minister Ernestine Davis, new, shall I say, Ruby Ernestine Davis. Listen, she did a great job talking about the products and personally giving her own testimony. It was funny as I don't know what about Delta 8 and the garlic fire. And if you don't know her, she's a trainer that is so passionate. Listen, she'll get you right. She'll get you right. And so that's what makes her passionate about the flat belly lifestyle. And one thing that she said is that she talked about when we do these scans, she said a lot of unhealthy, skinny people have bad reports. She did this 25-year-old model and she had a whole lot of red. So don't judge a book by its cover. That's all I'm saying. And then we had some new kids on the block that just dropped the mic every time they opened up the mark. One lady by the name of Marcella Rochelle. She introduced Jarvis Wright, who is a network marketing veteran that has joined our team. And he let us know he gave up what he loved, basketball, to learn something new and get involved in network marketing. So that says something to you when you think about this industry. Is it the kind of industry that you can do well? And there were a number of incredible testimonies. And then after the testimonies, he assisted in doing the compensation plan. And here's something I picked up that he said. He challenged people who go to work every day. See, some of you are on your job with your earphone in your ear, or some of you are getting ready on your way to your job, or whatever the case may be. He said, every day you go to your workplace, start taking something off your desk. See, guess what you're preparing for? Number one, you're preparing for your desk to be an uncomfortable place for you to be in, and you're preparing to leave. You're going to call in. Now, this is me saying this. You're going to call in not sick, but you're going to call in well. Well, I'm not coming in anymore. And one of the things he shared was when he saw our compensation plan, he thought somebody must have made a mistake. He said, because this plan is just too generous. Who does this? Yes, that's the way we do it here at Wakanda. He also shared the difference between linear income and leverage income. If you don't know the difference, you got to listen to the video. He talked about how we can approach a person who doesn't want to build a team, but yet they want to make some money. He shared how significant retail overrides are and how we're confident enough to say here at Wakanda that you don't even have to force our customers to auto ship. Because we know, guys, we got what? Good product. Then it went on. Margaret Dorsey, we call her Mama Dorsey. She introduced Diamond Willie Mooney because he's the person who dripped on her and got her here. And listen, this lady has just elevated, even having a busy schedule, even being a caretaker. She has ranked in the company. And Minister Mooney talked passionately. You know, he always does. He talked passionately about our system. He said that we're in the right place at the right time. He talked about us being early adopters. He talked about the Rogers bell curve. If you haven't heard about all that, you got to listen to the video. He talked about the 10 steps to the Sales Academy, which is our system. He stressed the importance of being coachable and having money making activities. I mean, we've heard it before, but you've never heard it like they talked about it in this Super Saturday. So I just really adjure you to listen. He went over the steps of money making activity. He gave us even, he's a math kid, he's a math nerd. He gave us some conservative numbers of hours that you can put in to do money making activity to reach each and every rank. What rank do you want to reach? He gave you the numbers for it. How many hours you at least at the minimum need to put in. Mooney said, use the tool, don't be the tool. He also said something else that I just can't quote him on right now in this atmosphere. But anyway, then we had new Emerald and Director of Customer Service, Sylvia Covington. My God, this lady broke the mic, dropped the mic, all of that. She worked us through the back office, signing up a customer, distributor, upgrading a customer to a distributor, what happens when people purchase a guest, how to find your emails from Wakanda, data viewer, earnings, history, loyalty, rewards, and product bonuses. She did it. You shouldn't have left there. You will not leave your computer not knowing. And then we heard from all the new diamonds and emeralds, even the ones who weren't there. Yes, they were virtual and they had chimed in after they finished their individual Super Saturdays. And then let me tell you guys, everybody who had a camera was taking a picture of this lady, not just her, but her presentation. Terry Anderson, oh, excuse me, Diamond Terry Anderson, she dropped the mic with her vending presentation. She showed her presentation layout that she has succeeded with as it relates to vending for the flat belly lifestyle and the bioscan perspective. She had books, flyers, testing kits, foods that are toxic on posters, on flyers. She had memes on posters. She shared important things to do to prepare for vending, how to find where to vend, how to co-op with your team members regarding the money. That's important. How she vended even though she had a busy personal schedule. See, y'all think everybody got to be full time to get this thing and to make this thing work. These are people who are busy, who are doing other things, who are caretakers for loved ones. It was so good that people were taking pictures of her table. And then Jarvis Wright, who I just talked about earlier, he came back and talked about the daily method of operation, the PS3. You ain't never heard that before? You got to listen to the video. Reiterating a lot of things we've heard already regarding following the system, but maybe saying it in a different way with a different twist. He closed by giving us network marketing stats. Yes, so much so that you kind of felt honored and privileged to be in Wakanda at this time. He shared how many of us joined companies. If it's not your first rodeo, you've been in some other companies, but when you joined, they were already in momentum stage. He shared the S curve in business. He shared that the day you ask somebody, have they heard of Wakanda? And they say yes, it's too late. It's too late to make the millions. Guess what, guys? We're here. He emphasized that all of us here, every single person of the sound of my voice right now, we are in the pioneering stage. Do you hear what I'm saying? If you just came here yesterday, if you've been here since 2019, See, he talked about that most people can't do well in well-established companies in a saturated market. He said network marketing works if you follow the system. How many times have we heard that? Because we're in at the right time. And every person on this call this morning, every person that's in the Diamond Factory right now is in the first 1% of this company. Here's something he told us to do, and I want you to do it. He said, look next to you, look around, see the names, see who's in the company right now, and make up your mind to outlast that person. Just outlast them because somebody might quit, somebody might give up. All you got to do is outlast them because you're going to make those millions. And then he closed with talking a lot about the differences that he, as a veteran networker, has experienced in companies and how Wakana is so generous and makes it so much easier to get to the top. He talked about the company he came from. It was 100,000 that you had to do to get into the pool. How do we get into the pool? 10,000. That's the first way into the pool as a sapphire. He shared the 3 criteria that Harvard's Business School says is necessary for a network marketing company to be a desirable opportunity. If you don't know those 3 criteria, check out the video. He closed us with the 4 states of growth in a network marketing company. Our CEO, she was on point throughout the whole Super Saturday, keeping us on check, keeping us in point, keeping everything in line, interjecting, and keeping everything on track. And then Diamond Willie Mooney, he closed us out. Why did I go through all that? Why did I let you know what took place in Super Saturday? Because you don't want to miss Vegas. I don't have to say anymore. You don't want to miss Vegas. As soon as the tickets hit in the back office, as soon as you get the criteria in your email giving you ways that you can win more points or get more points or not have to pay full price or whatever the case may be, soon as you get the information, I don't care if you got to pay full price, it's going to be worth it. Let me tell you something. Super Saturday was so doggone good. And I was in Houston, Texas doing Super Saturday in my city. But when I logged in and when I started editing this Super Saturday, I'm just saying, it would have been great to have been there in person. And that's what we're going to do in Las Vegas in 2023. We're going to be in person. Now, we're going to have, as Melissa Boston, our CEO, said yesterday, we will have a conference in Chicago first. Because, we do 4 a year: health, wealth, legacy, and freedom. So we might want to show up to that one too. Or we can do it virtually. But you don't want to think about virtual. I've been telling folks, just say 3 words, 3 letters. Yes, that's it. So let's go. Today is a great day. It's Tuesday. Get busy, get busy, get busy. Thank you, Miss Doris, for sharing with us today about the healthy hair. We're taking over. We're getting into this place now where we understand what we have and who we are. Everybody have a great Wakana kind of day. Bye for now.